Cześć, dzień dobry, witam serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku Zagrajmy w Bound by Flame i aktualnie zwiedzamy zamrożone miasto Caladras. Gdzie to chodziło? Nie zdążył mnie zatruć, świetnie. A my się możemy zająć na spokojnie tym nie umarł. Załatwione. Załatwione. I tak, górą nie musimy iść. Jedyne przejście prowadzi chyba przez tą bibliotekę jednak. Tylko idziemy na kuckach. Pójdziemy sobie górą, moi drodzy, i tam było też kilkunastu przeciwników do zabicia. Pamiętam, nie chcieliśmy tam się wyrywać za bardzo. Nie, zejdźmy teraz niżej i co tu? O Boże. What the fuck? Spoko. Odpaliłem? Oczywiście, że nie. Jeszcze raz. Płonące miecze, czy sztylety. Co, to był chyba normalny przeciwnik. Tak się boję. I król coś mówił.
Prince Arundel? What are you doing here, my lord?
I followed you, Vulcan. I must save our king, with or without your aid. What is this thing?
I don't know, but it doesn't look right.
Son, my boy, can it be you?
Oh, fuck.
By all the gods. Father? It cannot be!
Do not look upon me. I am so sorry. Do not stay here. Take the crown and leave this place.
Oh, Father, but what have they done to you?
I surrendered. Lord Blackfrost told me that he was slain. That Marshal Winter's army had left no survivors at Bastion. I had not the strength to even raise my sword. And so he changed us, remade us, the other nobles and I, and all those who had taken refuge in the palace. He wanted me to witness our end, so that I would live without defeat and news of your death for eternity. But you are alive. You live. Your mother and I are so relieved to know you live.
Mother? But how can I release you from this curse?
My son, if you only knew how sorry we are. You cannot save us. We are condemned to this abomination. You must slay us. The others, the Queen, the Count, all of these people. I feel their suffering. Hear their screams within me. Put an end to it, I beg you. Free us that our souls may be with you.
Sire, I can take care of this if you want me to.
For pity, my boy. Whatever you decide, take the crown.
Koronę zostawił.
There is more power lying hid in this twisted corpse than in a dozen juggernauts. I will not stand by and watch those blood-sucking necromancers steal it from me once more.
Sire, please step aside.
Ohoho!
But what are you doing?
I'm taking back the power that was stolen from the World Heart.
How dare you? That is my father, the King of Karalthas. I have to perform the funeral rite to free his soul. Have you no respect? Respect for him that joineth with the Deadwalkers? Ha! I think not.
We have to get back to the camp before the Deadwalkers come for us. The death of one of the Liches is bound to have gotten their attention.
I will come soon. I must first perform a ritual to free my father's soul from this unholy carcass so that it may stay with me.
I'll wait outside.
Wow. No, to wam powiem, że się trochę zmieniliśmy. What the fuck? Wróć do obozu elfów, ale tam są chyba jakieś fanty jeszcze. No właśnie, królewski tasak. Bardzo ładny. Bierzemy. I czy dostaliśmy może jakieś nowe perki? Tak. Demoniczna iskra, demoniczne natchnienie. Regeneracja magii plus 2 na sekundę. Noszenie hełmów niedostępne. Szybciej odzyskujesz punkty magii, jednakże rogi nie pozwalają ci nosić hełmu. Okej, szkoda. To był dobry pancerz w takim razie. Sybilla, zejdź z drogi. No cóż, tutaj zapiszę grę, ale powiem wam, że podobają mi się przemiany głównego bohatera. Fajnie to wygląda. Fajnie to zostało przede wszystkim wymyślone i zrobione. I tak na początku nie chciałem o tym mówić, ale wydawało mi się, że głos głównego bohatera się zmienia z czasem, ale teraz mam już pewność. Posłuchajcie, jak on będzie teraz mówił. Staje się coraz grubszy, to są takie szczegóły, ale mimo wszystko robią wrażenie. Już nic nie widzę. Możemy wejść tutaj? Chyba nie. No w takim razie wyjdźmy. I tu chyba będzie to wejście, które było wcześniej zablokowane przez tą jaskinię.
To wait for Arundel, not in his condition. The Deadwalkers will be scouring the city to find who killed their Lich. We gotta get back to the camp fast.
Dost thou feel the power of the World Heart flowing through us, since thou didst absorb the Lich?
I feel a little stronger, but it's not enough.
Yes, it is far from over. This power comes straight from the necromancers, who sucked it from the World Heart. We must starve them.
No, pięknie po prostu wygląda, pięknie. Tak, jesteśmy dokładnie w tym miejscu, o którym mówiłem. W takim razie zasuwamy. Ale główny bohater daje czadu, naprawdę. Mi się wydaje, czy ja nie mogę właśnie... A, mogę sprintować. Bałem się, że nie mogę sprintować. What the fuck? Ja już się zdziwię, jak mnie zobaczą. Na przykład ty.
Your transformation seems to be speeding
No,
up.
fajnie, że
You
reagują.
should be careful. I'm afraid that you won't be able to recover the humanity that you have lost.
Listen, it's real nice of you to worry about me. But personally, I never felt so good. Do you have a moment?
Mam kilka
I
pytań.
wanted to ask you a few things. Let's change the
Ale
subject.
bardzo mi się podoba to, że
Later.
reagują na nasz wygląd. Czy NPC zmieniają się, wiecie, kwestie dialogowe, zależy od tego, jak wyglądamy.
They attacked the wrong person. How dare they condemn our king to such a macabre fate? My father. It's time for us to repay the Deadwalkers in kind. I want to see them destroyed, so not a single one of those dead ever dare set foot in our streets again. We're going to launch a massive assault to take back our city. It is time to turn the tide of this war. Vulcan, we will need you and your extraordinary abilities. We have to send a small group to open the city gates. I'm counting on you. I know that you can be stealthy and incredibly effective. A few soldiers will be going with you. This is our best chance. Black Frost doesn't seem to be here anymore, and most of his forces went with him.
This prince is a stupid dreamer, but a useful one. If he attacks, he will draw the necromancer's eye, clearing the way for us.
All right, count me in on this mission, but nothing more. I don't intend to take part in the fighting to retake the city, but your last stand coincides with my objectives. Black Frost should find your army fascinating. He'll send a large part of his troops against you, and he might even show up in person. And as it appears that his realm is one of the paths to the World Heart, that'll clear the path for me.
I would have preferred more assistance, but that'll have to do. This will be a magnificent battle.
If you say so.
Thou knowest that Black Frost's palace will take us to the World Heart, yet still thou dost waste thy time in vain battles. Thy stupidity knows no bounds.
The knight would like to talk to his friend about an ancient ritual. For it is said that wisdom and strength often reveal themselves through the mists of time.
A ritual? Considering what happened to me the last time I was at one of those, I should probably listen to you. So what's it about?
Where the knight comes from, the bravest warriors are permitted to take part in a dangerous but powerful rite. They must search for special ingredients to make a potion for themselves that they then drink. Only the very strong survive. But if they live, they gain the experience and skills of many warriors long dead, and thus each of their blows becomes more deadly.
And you did this? This potion?
Yes, the knight accomplished this ritual many years ago, and he carries within him the wisdom of all the great warriors of Algander. It made him much stronger, and he is sure that if an exceptional warrior was to go through this same ritual, the effects would be many times more powerful.
Uh-huh. So it looks like I'm going off looking for outlandish ingredients again. But hey, if it's for a good cause...
The knight has prepared a list. His friend must now search for all the ingredients written on it.
I'm on it.
Wróć do obozu, zdobyto doświadczenie 3000. Rozdział pierwszy, miasto umarłych, zakończone. Przeprowadź szturm nieuległych ostrzy na Kaldheras. Chciałbym zobaczyć jeszcze właśnie, odnajdź najemników z nieuległych ostrzy więzionych w Kaldheras. Co jeszcze? Odnajdź kuźnię. Okej. Trochę tych zadań nam sypnęło. Zbierz rośliny potrzebne Randwalowi. Cóż to za rośliny? Są ci potrzebne. Aha, czyli 5 po prostu jakichś tam wybranych. No dobra. W takim razie nie będziemy tracić. Jezus,
Vulcan, come here. I need to talk to you about something. While you were in the city, the Deadwalkers apparently began stirring. Several scouts have disappeared without a trace. They can't just have been ambushed by chance. Someone must have given their roots to our enemies. I'm afraid we have a traitor among us.
No poważnie.
Though if that's
Zdrajca z
the
nieumarłymi.
case, I don't understand why we haven't been attacked by the Deadwalkers yet. What's really troubling is that these disappearances pretty much correspond to your arrival here, which means that your living dead friend is the prime suspect. Even if it's just as possible that it's one of the Red Scribes, or even one of your people.
And why can't it be one of your people?
Why would he do that? And above all, why would he wait until now to betray us?
Być może chodziło mu o mnie.
Who knows what goes on in a traitor's head? Maybe he thought that everything was played out and my presence here made him change his mind. After all, until we got here, you weren't doing much. And now things have started to move, and the outcome of the combat has become less certain.
You're extremely presumptuous. If what you say is true, this traitor actually waited to see if you were really capable of reversing the situation. Fine, for the sake of argument. Will you help us carry out this investigation? Yes or no?
Zobacz, co się da zrobić.
I'll see what I can do. But if it turns out the traitor is one of your people, you better do what you have to.
Okej. Dowiedz się, kto jest zdrajcą. Przez rozmowy, czy przez łażenie i zabijanie? Samotnik Ranwal. Tak naprawdę chyba będziemy musieli rozmawiać. Na pewno nie ty, na pewno nie ty. Ale może z księciem jeszcze pogadamy, będzie miał coś ciekawego do powiedzenia.
How can I help you, mercenary?
I'll be
Nic
going.
ciekawego.
Oh my, you don't look so good. Something jamming up your pipes? Perhaps you should consider an enema.
A zaraz się po prostu pizgnę tak, że denerwuje mnie ten elf.
Hilarious. But with friends like you, who needs enemas?
O, masakra, muszę to zapamiętać. Chcesz mi towarzyszyć? Mam do ciebie kilka, jeśli chodzi o kamienie. Nie, jeszcze nie zebrałem kamieni. Chyba. No właśnie, mam ich 15, powinien mieć ich więcej. Sybillo.
Sybil, can
Yes?
I'd like to.
What do you want to know?
What do you think of Mathras?
I think he's absolutely unique. Fascinating. I have always loved history and history books. But he actually lived through history. It's just incredible. There is so much we can learn from him. His knowledge could allow us to better understand what happened in our past. We could learn from the eras of our ancestors.
Do you really think he's immortal?
Oh, I'm convinced of it. You only have to look at him. He's so cultured and has so much knowledge. Which reminds me...
Something to do with our decomposing friend?
Yes, he won't talk to me about his romantic experiences. I managed to get a lot of stories about battles and all sorts of historical anecdotes, but nothing about his love.
A zainteresowana jesteś?
It's not that I want to pry into his intimate life, but I do wonder why he's so reticent to talk about it.
I could always ask him for you.
Okej, mam do ciebie kilka pytań. Tam jeszcze chyba coś było. A nie, dobra. Chodźmy dalej. Nie będę z niej rezygnował. Jest bardzo przydatna na razie. Widzę, że coś tam jest dwójka zaznaczona na górze. Co jeszcze skorzystamy? My teraz to pewnie będzie, prawda? No tak jest. Przeżycie miłosne żywego trupa.
Since you arrived, the enemy seems to be aware of our every move.
Truly. Surprising that they haven't yet arrived here to destroy this camp. Most interesting. Or perhaps very stupid. In any event, I do feel sorry for you. One doesn't seem to be able to put one's trust in anyone these days.
You don't understand. What I want is...
But I understand perfectly, my dear boy. I'd merely hoped that you were above this kind of nonsense. Since my arrival here, I've been surrounded by your friends, something that rather precludes the possibility of me talking to the enemy. I have not once left the camp, and no one deigns to speak to me of strategy, which is a pity, given the evident levels of incompetence of your generals. Thus, it seems obvious that these suspicions are unfounded. You know, since arriving here, I have the odd feeling of standing in a turnip field.
Turnip field?
Yes, it must be all the superior intelligences that surround us. Trust me, child. You should leave this area as swiftly as you may.
You would know more about the Deadwalkers than us. Who do you think the spy is?
Walking around in a dead body doesn't make one an expert on all other dead things, young man. In fact, I find the suggestion vaguely insulting. But I have learned to trust my experience, something that you, despite your youth, should attempt to do also. I imagine we could quite easily reduce the possibilities. Firstly, the traitor must be able to enter and leave the camp without being stopped. Then, it must be someone who can observe your comings and goings without drawing attention to themselves. Lastly, it is someone who knows your plans. Someone who knows your military commander's orders. That alone excludes a large number, particularly the undead here. In your place, I should go and question the camp watchman. Logic suggests they will have seen something.
Thanks for the tips. I'll get right on it.
Dobra, zmieńmy temat.
Let's change the subject.
Potrzebuję cię, musisz porozmawiać. Mam do ciebie kilka
I want
pytań.
to ask you a couple of questions.
Co się stało z elfickim królem?
What happened to the Elven King?
I think he was simply lacking in strength of will and determination. They transformed him into an arch-lich. It's a particularly delicate and extremely dangerous magical process that could only be performed by an Ice Lord. It can only be performed on an elf, and then only one who is desperate to live.
How so?
Elves have many flaws, but most of them do have a very profound sense of duty. If an elf believes he is going to be tortured to make him reveal the secrets of his people, for example, he can literally will himself to die. It would seem that this king was desperate to continue living at any price, rather than dying with honor. That is what allowed them to turn him into an arch-lich.
No dobra. W takim razie to na
Talk
tyle.
to you later.
Ja tutaj, ludziska, będę kończyć odcinek. Do zobaczenia w kolejnym i hejpa!